Welcome back to our channel, World of Coins. As you knew that old is gold, but these top Kennedy half-dollar coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. Who knows, a single coin could make you a millionaire overnight. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American history, the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin is more than just a piece of currency, it's a symbol of a significant moment in the nation's history, and you might be surprised to learn just how much it could be worth today. Let's take a quick look at the backstory. The Kennedy half-dollar was first minted in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. The 1776 to 1976 edition, however, marks a special occasion, the United States Bicentennial, celebrating 200 years of independence. To commemorate the occasion, the design on the reverse side of the coin was changed to feature a striking image of the Liberty Bell superimposed on the moon, a nod to both America's past and its exciting future in space exploration. Now, you might think these coins are relatively common since they were minted in large numbers, but here's where the intrigue begins. The 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar was struck in both copper-nickel and silver-clad versions, and not all were made with the same precision. Over time, some of these coins developed unique characteristics due to minting errors, making them extremely valuable to collectors. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 1776 to 1976 D Kennedy half-dollar, minted in Denver. Some of these coins have rare flaws, like double die errors, which occur when the coin is struck twice with misalignment. These errors can create subtle or dramatic shifts in the design, making the coin stand out among others. Coins with these errors are incredibly desirable and often sell for a premium, since they are considered one-of-a-kind treasures. Collectors are also drawn to the overall rarity of these coins in pristine condition. While many of the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollars were widely circulated, those that have remained in mint condition are much harder to find. A coin that has survived without scratches, dings, or fading is like finding a hidden gem. This is what drives the value up, making it an excellent coin to add to any collection. Now, let's talk numbers. A 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition can fetch a decent price, but the real shock comes when you look at one in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially if it has a rare minting error. If you happen to stumble upon one of these coins, you could be looking at a value of up to $72,000. That's right, $72,000 for a single coin. Who would have thought a piece of history like this could be worth such an incredible amount? So, if you've got a collection of coins lying around, take a closer look at any 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollars you might have. Even the slightest error or pristine condition could make your coin a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next exciting discovery. Top 2. We're about to dive into one of the most captivating and valuable coins ever minted in the United States, the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar. This coin is not just a piece of currency, it's a milestone, commemorating 2 centuries of American history, and it might be worth more than you ever imagined. Stick around, because the value of this coin is about to blow your mind. So, what makes the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar so special? First off, this coin was created to mark the bicentennial of the United States, celebrating 200 years of independence. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a design that beautifully combines the Liberty Bell and the moon, symbols of freedom and the American spirit. It's a timeless tribute to a nation's past and future, and it's something that collectors and history enthusiasts alike treasure. But here's the kicker: while this coin was minted in large quantities, it's not as common as you might think, especially when you consider certain rare errors and conditions. Let me tell you why this coin is a goldmine in disguise. When the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar was struck, some coins were not minted perfectly. A few of them came with rare mistakes, like double die errors, which occur when a coin gets struck twice by the die, causing a misalignment of the design. These errors are extremely valuable because they make the coin unique and rare. Collectors are always on the lookout for these anomalies, and finding a coin with a visible double die error can increase its value dramatically. But wait, there's more. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. While many of these coins were circulated, only a few have managed to survive in pristine, uncirculated condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. If you happen to find one of these coins in near perfect state, you could be looking at a small fortune. Now, here's the exciting part. If you're lucky enough to own a 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition, or better yet, one with a rare error, you could sell it for an astonishing sum. How much, you ask? A coin like this can be worth as much as $67,000, that's right, $67,000 for a single coin. It's incredible to think that something as small as a half-dollar could hold so much value. So, if you've got any old coins lying around, especially the 1776 to 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. It might just be worth far more than you expected. Top 3. Get ready to be amazed as we dive into a coin that could very well be hiding in your collection right now. We're talking about the United States Kennedy half-dollar from 1998, a coin that's far more valuable than most people realize. So, stick around until the end, because this coin might just be worth a small fortune, and you'll want to know how much. At first glance, the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar might seem like just another coin you come across in your change. After all, millions of these coins were minted, and they're not exactly rare, right? Well, think again. While it's true that this coin was produced in large quantities, there are a few key factors that make it highly sought after by collectors, and they're probably more valuable than you could ever imagine. To understand why this coin is worth so much, we need to take a look at its history and design. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 to honor the late President John F. Kennedy following his assassination. It quickly became a staple in American coinage. Fast forward to 1998, and this coin was still being minted, but with a few changes in production. The 1998 edition, like many others, was part of the regular series, but it also had a limited role in specific commemorative sets. And that's where the story gets interesting. While the general circulation coins from 1998 aren't worth much more than face value, there are special versions that were released in proof and uncirculated mint sets, making them far more valuable. These coins were specially treated to give them a glossy, mirror-like finish and were sold in limited numbers. It's these special mint versions that really captured the attention of collectors, but what really drives up the price of the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar are the rarities, and let me tell you, there are some. The most valuable versions of this coin come with very specific errors that make them stand out. One of the rarest errors is a double die. This occurs when the coin is struck twice, and the design is slightly misaligned. Double dies can make the details on the coin more prominent, giving it an unusual look that collectors love. These coins are particularly hard to find, which is why they're so coveted. Another error to watch out for is mintage flaws. Sometimes, there are imperfections in the die that cause minor mistakes on the coin, like extra or missing details in the design. These types of errors don't happen very often, so when they do, they're highly prized by collectors who are searching for coins that are truly unique. Even the smallest error can significantly increase the value of a coin, making it a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. But it's not just the errors that make the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar special. The condition of the coin plays a major role in determining its value. Coins that are in near-perfect, uncirculated condition are much rarer than you might think. Most of the coins in circulation have been through years of handling, which means they've picked up scratches, wear, and imperfections. However, a coin that's been carefully preserved in mint condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for these coins. And now, the big question, just how much is this coin worth? If you happen to have a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar in excellent condition, or better yet, one with a rare error, you could be looking at a value that will blow your mind. Coins in pristine condition have sold for as much as $54,000, yes, you heard that right, $54,000 for a single 1998 Kennedy half-dollar. It's incredible how something so small can hold such incredible value. So, if you have a stash of coins, or if you happen to come across a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. If it's in great condition or has an error, you could be holding on to a piece of history worth a small fortune. Don't forget to check for mint errors, as these are the real treasures that can elevate your coin collection. Top 4, we're diving into a coin that's been quietly circulating for decades but holds some surprising potential for collectors, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar. It might seem like just another coin from the US Mint, but what if I told you that this seemingly ordinary piece of currency could actually be worth a small fortune? Stick with us because we're about to explore how this 1972 Kennedy half-dollar could be far more valuable than you think, especially if you know what to look for. Let's take a quick journey back to the early 1970s. The United States was in the midst of the space race, cultural revolutions, and political upheaval. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was minted during a time of economic change, and it holds a unique place in history. The coin features the iconic profile of President John F. Kennedy on the obverse, and on the reverse, you'll find the familiar design of the eagle, symbolizing freedom and strength. But what makes this coin stand out among other Kennedy half-dollars? The first thing to note is that the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar was minted in a time of high production. Over 200 million of these coins were made that year, which might make it seem like there are plenty of them out there. But the reality is that most of them were heavily circulated, and as a result, many of these coins have seen significant wear and tear. The sharp details of Kennedy's face and the eagle's wings have worn down, making it increasingly rare to find one in mint condition. So, the first thing to remember here is that condition plays a huge role in a coin's value. Now, let's talk about rarity. You see, while most of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollars were produced in large quantities, the number of coins in excellent or uncirculated condition is much smaller. Over time, many of these coins have been handled, exchanged, and stored poorly, causing damage or loss of detail. If you manage to come across a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar that looks as fresh as it did when it was first minted, that's already a rare find. But we're not just talking about coins that are in good shape, we're talking about those with unique characteristics, such as minting errors, that could take their value to new heights. One of the most exciting things for collectors is discovering minting errors on coins. These errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production, making that particular coin different from the rest. And when it comes to the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, there are several types of errors that could make this coin extraordinarily valuable. For example, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar has been known to exhibit the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once during the minting process, leading to a slight duplication of the image. On a Kennedy half-dollar, you might notice that the inscriptions like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" are doubled, or perhaps Kennedy's profile has a faint second outline. These subtle but noticeable flaws can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a highly prized collector's item. Another rare and valuable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not perfectly aligned with the die during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing or misaligned. An off-center 1972 Kennedy half-dollar can be an extremely unique find because it breaks the standard appearance of the coin. Some collectors specifically seek out these off-center coins, and they often fetch higher prices at auctions. Perhaps even more fascinating is the possibility of the clashed die error. This occurs when two dies used to strike the coin clash together during production, leaving a faint imprint from one side of the coin on the opposite side. If you find a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with a clashed die, you've stumbled upon a piece that is truly one of a kind. These types of coins are highly sought after because of their rarity and the interesting story they tell about the minting process. So, how much could a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar with these features be worth? You might be thinking, sure, the coin sounds cool, but is it really worth anything? Well, here's the kicker: if you've got one of these dimes in pristine condition or with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth a staggering $63,000. Yes, that's right, $63,000 for a single 1972 Kennedy half dollar. Imagine that, holding a coin in your collection that could potentially be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The key, though, is finding one that's in excellent condition or one that has a unique minting error. If you've got one of these coins stashed away in your collection or happen to come across one, it could be your ticket to a windfall. So, next time you dig through your spare change or go through your coin collection, keep an eye out for the 1972 Kennedy half dollar. If it's in good shape, or even better, if it's got a rare minting error, you might just have a hidden treasure worth far more than you ever thought possible. Top 5, and last unique coin, we're diving into one of the most intriguing coins in American numismatic history, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar. You may have seen this coin in your pocket change, but what if I told you it could be worth a small fortune? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at the incredible value of this coin, and the hidden treasures that could be lurking in your collection. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to the late President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination in 1963. Over the years, this coin has become a symbol of American history and pride, often seen in circulation. But the 1973 Kennedy half dollar? Well, this particular year has some very unique characteristics that could make it more valuable than you ever imagined. Let's break it down. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar wasn't a year of radical design changes or commemorative additions. However, the coin has seen its fair share of interest among collectors for a couple of reasons: rarity, condition, and potential minting errors. Now, you might think, what makes this coin so rare? Well, while the US Mint produced millions of these coins, the reality is that not all of them are in the same condition. Most of the 1973 Kennedy half dollars were used in everyday transactions and circulated heavily, which means the majority of these coins have suffered from wear and tear. Coins that have been subjected to frequent handling lose their sharpness, their details, and their luster. So, finding a 1973 Kennedy half dollar in mint or near mint condition is already an exciting prospect for collectors, but wait, there's more to it than just the coin's age and condition. There are certain characteristics of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar that make it incredibly unique for those eagle-eyed collectors. Minting errors, for instance, can dramatically increase a coin's value. These imperfections are the result of problems at the US Mint during the production process, and they create one-of-a-kind coins that stand out in any collection. For example, some 1973 Kennedy half dollars may have been struck with misalignments, where the design doesn't line up properly with the coin's edges. Others might have double dies. This is when the design is unintentionally struck more than once, leading to a faint duplication of some of the coin's features. A double die on a Kennedy half dollar, especially in a 1973 piece, can make that coin incredibly rare and sought after. Another error to look out for is the clash die error. This occurs when two dies, the tools used to imprint the design onto the coin, come into contact with each other during the minting process. This can leave a faint imprint of one side's design on the other, creating a coin with a unique, abnormal feature. While clash die coins are relatively rare, they can make any coin even more valuable, especially when found on a well-known coin like the Kennedy half dollar. Now, I know you're probably wondering, just how much could a 1973 Kennedy half dollar be worth? We've already talked about the rarity, errors, and condition, but here's the big moment. A 1973 Kennedy half dollar in pristine, uncirculated condition with no signs of wear and possibly featuring one of these rare minting errors could be worth a whopping $63,000. Yes, you heard that right, $63,000 for a single coin. To put that into perspective, that's more than the price of many luxury cars or even a down payment on a house. But the key to unlocking this incredible value is finding the right coin in the right condition. If you're lucky enough to have a 1973 Kennedy half dollar with minting errors or in near perfect shape, you could be holding on to a piece of history, and a potential treasure trove of wealth. So, if you happen to have a 1973 Kennedy half dollar in your coin jar or collection, take a closer look. Examine it for signs of minting errors, such as a misalignment or a double die. If it looks pristine and free from any heavy wear, you might just have a rare find on your hands that could fetch an astonishing price in the market. That it's not every day that you come across a coin worth thousands of dollars, but with a keen eye and a little bit of luck, you could strike gold with a 1973 Kennedy half dollar. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed learning about the fascinating world of rare coins and the value of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on future discoveries. And remember, always keep an eye on your coin collection, it could be worth more than you think. Happy hunting!